Hey guys, it's Hayden here making another video. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video. I've kind of been doing my own thing for a little bit there. But the last video that I made was about psychosis, and I've been getting a lot of requests for making a video about how to treat people or how to help people who are going through psychosis. And I think this is an interesting conversation because I think our society doesn't really know how to handle people who are going through psychosis or dealing with altered states for the most part. So I'm going to give you my take on what to do to help somebody who's going through something like a psychotic break. Let's get into it. So I hope you guys have been enjoying my psychosis series so far that I've been kind of talking about mostly. If you have any specific questions about psychosis or you'd like me to cover something, let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll make a video about that in the future. But for today we're going to talk about how to treat somebody who is going through psychosis. So as a caretaker, as a parent, as a friend, sort of what to do in that situation. So the things that I've kind of thought about, and I've been thinking about this for a while, because I spoke about it with somebody who was going through a psychosis as well, or not going, but who had gone through a psychosis as well. And the biggest thing is sort of acknowledging them as a person, and not as the disease or as the symptoms of psychosis. So basically acknowledge that they're a person who is experiencing something that is real to them, and recognizing them as that person, but not as somebody who is like somehow disabled or somehow incorrect or wrong or is inferior because of their state. Because I can tell you right now that everything that I experienced in my psychosis was real to me. So when people told me that what I was experiencing was wrong, or my beliefs or the way I was perceiving the world was wrong, it made me buckle down and support my worldview even stronger. So going against them or trying to convince them that they're irrational, from my experience, is not the best way. The best way is to sort of listen to them. Don't necessarily like provoke the story or like go into the storyline with them per se, because you don't necessarily want to continue that thought pattern, but just remain kind of neutral. Just kind of state things objectively. They may interpret your objective statements in some way, but basically just make sure that you're recognizing that the individual is having an experience that is true and real for them, that it's not something that they're just creating out of their own mind, or that they are that they can somehow snap out of, because it's not very easy to snap out of. I can tell you that from personal experience and from interacting with people who were going through psychosis and me trying to help them snap out. It's not straightforward, and usually trying to help them snap out doesn't work. From what I've tried, it's usually a process that they have to go along on their own, and they have to realize for themselves that they need to come out of it. And some people don't. Some people it takes a long time, or they kind of stay not like deep into the state, but they're kind of like on the surface level of that state for a long period of time. So it just kind of depends on that individual, and obviously I don't know how it all works chemically or whatever. It's always complicated. Nothing's really clear cut and dry for the most part. So the biggest thing is listening to their story and being there as another human who's got empathy and compassion rather than judgment and fear. That's going to create more problems. Obviously make sure you're safe. So if you notice that things are escalating, or they might hurt themselves or you might get hurt, make sure you handle that appropriately. You can still do that with compassion. If somebody's hurting themselves and you need to physically restrain them or call the police, or you need to protect yourself physically. Those are things that are real threats with people who are going through altered states. So keep that in mind, that it's not always it's not always roses with these kinds of things. So that's pretty much all I think I have to say about this. If you have any questions about how to be there for somebody who's going through a psychosis, let me know in the comments below. This is just me kind of talking about what my thoughts are about it. Maybe I missed some things. So I hope you enjoyed that video. As always, make sure to seek your truth and to take time for yourself. And I will see you in my future videos. Alright guys, bye for now.